Joining us on the phone this morning, it's Congresswoman Debbie Lesko. She's the Republican serving Arizona's 8th district. She's one of 8 members of Congress who's serving on the president's impeachment team. Congresswoman Lesko, thanks so much for joining us on this program. What are your impressions about the Democrats' case so far in the Senate trial?
Well, thank you for having me. And, like one of the senators said, this is just repeat. What did he say? Rinse and repeat. I have heard this same argument for hours and hours in the House and the Judiciary Committee and, of course, listening to the Intelligence Committee. And really, of course, nothing new is coming out. They have no evidence of any impeachable offense that the president has done. They just keep saying it, though, as if it is true. And it's really hard to watch. I have to give credit to these senators who have to sit there hour after hour. At least in Judiciary Committee, I was able to, have my cell phone and laptop. But boy, it's hard for me to even watch because I've been through this before. It's like reliving a nightmare, quite frankly. But they have no proof. They have nothing. And yet they're just trying to continue to influence the 2020 election. They don't like President Trump. They have done everything and anything to try to get rid of him. I mean, think about it. 6 out of the 7 House impeachment managers voted to move forward articles of impeachment against the president before the Ukrainian phone call. So that kind of tells you that this has nothing to do about the call, nothing to do about justice. It has everything to do with the raw political abuse of power to try to take over the House, the Senate, and the presidency.
All right, Representative Lesko, I want to dive in with this here. We know, obviously, you've been sitting through quite a lengthy process, another 8 hours to go for the Democrat side. Looking forward to tomorrow, what should we expect on the Republican side from your team?
Well, from what I've seen so far, just in the opening statements, I think our side is going to do a really good job of debunking the Democrats' talking points. And like I said, I think everybody is looking forward to it. Although I have to admit, I have been out and about talking to people, constituents in my district, and they're just sick of the entire thing. This has been going on, think about it, since January. Remember the Judiciary Committee and the Robert Mueller testimony and all kinds of stuff like that? They are sick of it. They're disgusted with everyone in Congress. They're like, get something done already. And that's why I think President Trump is smart to continue doing the good things that he's doing for America and, trying to get over all this babble from the Democrats. I mean, I'm sure it's very difficult to do that, but he's doing a great job of it.
Well, of course, what we've seen so far is this impeachment trial seems to be incredibly partisan. But let's talk about those 4 senators who might be more moderate and might be willing to hear more witnesses, of course, being Collins, Alexander, Murkowski, and Romney. What are you hearing about which way they might be leaning specifically in reference to witnesses?
I have not heard specifically myself. I would advise them, if they would listen to me, not to go forward with this. To me, this is pure. I sat through this in the House. I paid very close attention. I read documents. I listened to all kinds of testimonies, hours and hours and hours. And it kind of shows that not one single Republican in the U.S. House of Representatives, whether they were conservative or more moderate Republicans, voted for this. And some Democrats voted with the Republicans against impeachment. We listened to this. We studied this. And, if the Democrats didn't want to call the witnesses themselves in the House, why would we do that in the Senate? The House had the opportunity to do this, but instead they wanted to impeach the president before Christmas. They kept saying it was a national security risk. We have to do it now. We have to do it before Christmas. But then Pelosi holds on to it for 33 days. This is pure insanity. And the people should know this has really nothing to do with justice. It has everything to do with taking over the House, the Senate, and the presidency and influencing the 2020 election by the Democrats.
We appreciate your time, Representative Debbie Lesko. Thank you so much. Best of luck with the presentation on the president's defense. We'll look forward to that.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing news channel, now in 65 million homes. Get Newsmax TV on all the major cable systems or go to NewsmaxTV.com and click on the Find Newsmax tab to locate us. Remember, Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.